Hey guys, Richard again, not at Ride and Zoom here doing my latest video. This is my fourth one for today, or well, we add all included, so 5 plus 12, so that's 17, 18, okay, it's my 19th video. Same numbers as the New Jedi Order, although I always maintained Star by Star should have been a two-parter, but yeah, on to it. So this is for book I read most recently from Star Wars, so should all be very fresh in my head, Labyrinth of Evil. Now this is a superb book. This is actually, barring the what's technically the children's novelisation of Phantom Menace, so in 2000 or maybe 99, or maybe later. This is actually the first ever Star Wars book I read, 2005 when it came out. I remember I've still got it on my Amazon history, hardback bought. Taking the hardback, I got it years ago, sadly. But yeah, I bought it on paperback last year again, and it's still absolutely amazing. So yeah, I haven't even read it since 05, so it's made for a good read. So on to it then. So this is basically tying into episode 3. Oh, spoiler, episode 3 and also the original Clone Wars cartoon. Right, that's out of the way. So, now my dog goes, no energy except when he feels like it. Yeah, so basically this is ultimately the hunt for Darth Sidious. So see, Nute Gunray leaves this chair behind when he's basically raiding his home planet just for possessions, because the Neimoidians are just obsessed with money no matter what. You know, wealth, fame, that's why they're in this war in the first place, effectively. And yeah, he leaves this chair which has got transmissions from Darth Sidious on. Obi-Wan and Anakin capture it, and the chair is basically about trying to find Darth Sidious. You know, it's basically they're able to get a link from that chair through to like all the various other contacts that Darth Sidious and the Neimoidians have. So they basically, ultimately the story is Obi-Wan and Anakin on that trail, getting the help from like the clones. Mace Windu's involved as well towards the end, and of course this book's also pretty much, unless you'd watched Clone Wars Series 1 and 2, this is all about introducing General Grievous to the fight, and also a bit more Dooku and Darth Sidious stuff. So you've got the seeds for what happens in episode 3, set early on. You know, what if Palpatine were to be abducted? What if he were to disappear from Coruscant? General Grievous is a complete monster, but you get his origin story. Basically, he was in a war, and the side that he was against appealed to the Jedi. Grievous ones didn't get any help, and he basically turned against the Jedi and the Republic from that moment. So one thing worth knowing is Grievous doesn't know about the grand plan, which is that the war is basically the whole thing is a sham. He knows that the Sith are like behind it, but he's got no idea that his side is basically never ever going to win in the first place. So it's quite fun seeing that, whereas like the likes of Dooku and that know everything. Hell, even the Nute Gunray in a sense has an idea of what's going on, but not anywhere near as much. But yeah, Grievous has no knowledge. He's just like the leader of this force, so he's just a pure monstrosity. And of course, he's you know, he's got his Magna Guards with their lightsaber-resistant force pikes, didn't they? He's you know, he's got a collection of lightsabers he's took from Jedi. Oh, there's a reference to the Clone Wars Series 1 finale, because he mentioned the battle on the Hypoi where he killed a couple of Jedi to the lightsabers. That's what happens in Series 1 episode 20, which is pretty awesome. And anyone who watched, basically it gets to the end where Grievous's forces get into Coruscant and take Palpatine prisoner. If you've watched Clone Wars, Clone Wars, not the Clone Wars, Series 2, Episode 5, where basically that same plot happens. Shakti and a couple of other Jedi, like this fly and the this weird long neck creature, are protecting Palpatine from Grievous and his guards, and they basically all fail. That's basically what this story is again, except Mace Windu is fighting Grievous while Kit Fisto takes out his Magna Guards, and Grievous manages to escape. A couple of other Jedi are killed in the process, and he escapes with Palpatine. And all in the meantime, yeah, Anakin and Obi-Wan aren't on Coruscant, they're off in the Outer Rim. Of course, Anakin is smart enough not to actually reveal anything about what's going on in the hunt for Darth Sidious. He knows he has to keep this quiet, thankfully, yet, and Palpatine genuinely doesn't find out that. You know, he is actually almost caught. Like, when Grievous shows up, it basically takes the Jedi's attention away from this pursuit in the depths of Coruscant, and one of the clone leaders, I think General Dine, Command Dine, actually finds Darth Sidious. It's like, whoa, the Jedi were that close to finding him. There's a line in episode 3 where, Obi-Wan says, Dooku, Palpatine's the Sith Lord we've been looking for, and Anakin says, Mace Windu, yes, the one we've been looking for. And yeah, this is basically that, their hunt for him, because yeah, the Jedi didn't, along with the war, do nothing for 3 years. No, they were absolutely looking for Palpatine, looking for Darth Sidious. So this is kind of all of that, and yeah, they get so close. Like, there's a great line when Commander Dine says, he couldn't believe it, the Sith had infiltrated the highest levels of the government, and then he dies after. It's like, yeah, they were that close to getting Darth Sidious. It's like a similar thing in the Phantom Menace prequel book. Darth Maul was it Saboteur? No, that was the small book at the end. I can't remember the name of it, but yeah, basically the book when Darth Maul, like the good guys are so close to getting like the records of Darth Maul to safety, and like nope, he gives it to Palpatine, and that turned out to be the worst person he could have got the information to. And I just love how close they all are. Likewise, Anakin and Obi-Wan come this close fighting Dooku, basically lures them to a planet, sets a trap, they slaughter an insane number of droids, and he gets away. And there's a great moment, Obi-Wan himself could just like wipe out hundreds, and it seems like he's basically been drugged, and the only thing I can imagine it being like would be him being high. It seems like Obi-Wan is like pushed to the limit, sure, like but he's like on the brink of collapsing exhaustion, but the amount of droids he wipes out before, you know, when him and Anakin have to go separately is just, yeah, it's just how he's like talking and behaving. Abby, stop that. Dog's eating grass again. God, hey. So yeah, you got some really good stuff again. It's just so close, and it's a nice, effectively, Clone Wars. I don't know which came first, the Clone Wars final episodes or the Labyrinth Evil book. Either way, which both of them are great stories, so they're both good ideas. It's yeah, I love both equally, but I always love Clone Wars because I saw it first. But yeah, it's great, basically giving us that same story. Yeah, it's a really, really enjoyable book. Just great now as it was in 05, and can't recommend it enough. So yeah, definitely pick this up if you can. So that's it. I'll see you next time.